I've got exactly 35 minutes before I have to get the kids from school. The wife is working a bit later than normal at the school today. She's got to run some classes, after school classes. She's better actually. She was poorly once, but she's better now. Let's quickly show you. Lenny, my 1967 camper. Isn't it funny how at the moment everyone is saying 6'7", 6'7"? Have you noticed that? Pat, have you noticed everyone has to say the numbers 6'7", 6'7"? Well, this camper was a 1967 camper, and I was born in 1967. So obviously she's gorgeous. She's all driving lovely at the moment. Absolutely love her. I'm going to pick the kids up from school with her. So she's happy. Lenny is happy. Lenny the camper. If you look, TCB guys, TCB. I don't know, just everyone has to say the word 6'7". Pat, everyone, I don't know why. It's a new fad. Look, TCB guys, TCB. 6'7". I have no idea what it's all about. And there's some Minecraft song everyone keeps singing as well. When I went to the pantomime, right at the end of the pantomime, it was Gareth Gates from Pop Idol. He started singing some Minecraft song. I had no idea what the Minecraft song was. Yeah, there we are, Pat. 6'7". Say, when you see your grandkids, say Louis said 6'7". So at the end of the pantomime song, they started singing this Minecraft thing. I have no idea, but all the kids knew the words, every words of the song. So you got snow, have you? Hello, say hello. They got snow over there, mate. You're having a snowy Christmas. We'll have a white Christmas. How about is it Bing Crosby? I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Just like the ones I used to know. So, I have about half an hour to do this walk. I've been faffing around on my channels. We had a couple of glitches on one of my channels on the Elvis Presley long lost footage. So I've been dealing with that. I think I fixed the issue now, but there's always going to be some kind of behind the scenes stuff to sort out with my channels. So I thought, let's do a quick half-hour walk live on Defending Elvis from Southwest UK near Bristol with Louis. Not so dramatic as he used to be. Get it? Still a bit dramatic. I mean, you know that blonde card tool topic where, you know, the probate of after Elvis died and all that, after Vernon died, the guy who was appointed to sort out all the finances when Vernon died on behalf of Lisa Marie, appointed by the courts, I think, blonde card tool, that has had an amazing reaction. Yeah, Pat, have you noticed we've had a few new people? Is your house number 6'7"? 6'7". Yeah, we definitely got some new members now. People that are new subscribers, new people joining us on our live streams. You know, I always welcome the new people, of course. We've seen them come, we've seen them go. Not everyone gets what we're about, but most people do, I think. Most people realise that we're just defending. Hi, Tammy. How you going, Tammy? Long time no see. I thought you disappeared. How you keeping, all right? We missed you. So, we're having a walk with Ella. She's happy. The sun is out, blue skies. It's not, I wouldn't call it cold, I would call it cool. Hi, Mitchell. How are you going, Mitchell? So, we've got enough time to do a quick 1.5 mile walk. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Where you been, Tammy? That's good. So, yeah, this blonde card tool, that topic, I was chatting with Donna and Karen, Donna Presley and Karen, and they have some pretty strong views about blonde card tool and how he stepped in on behalf of the courts to investigate the deal, the 50% deal with Colonel Tom Parker and Elvis. The fact that Priscilla and the Colonel Tom Parker, so Vernon and Priscilla wanted Colonel Tom Parker to carry on managing everything and allegedly a 50% sticking to the original contract that Elvis had with Elvis, that Colonel had with Elvis many decades ago. Well, when the probate people were brought in, yep, I'm a twin, Mitchell. My twin brother has a radio channel on YouTube called Ham Tech. Ham Tech, look him up. His name is Andreas, and his YouTube channel is Ham Tech, T-E-C-H. It's a massive channel, massive. Much, much bigger than my channel, much bigger. He's got like 70,000 subscribers. He gets 1 million views a month. He's into ham radio and ham tech. You're a twin. Mitchell, you're a twin, yeah? No. That's crazy. Yeah, so I'm 58. We were born in 1967. 6-7. Oh, thanks, Tammy. We were born in 1967 and we are 20 minutes apart. I came out second. So I'm the younger one. Hi, Cheryl. I'm the younger one. I'm the baby. I love being a twin. We're very close. We've always been business partners. We got on very well as children. Oh, that's sad. That's so sad, Mitchell. So let's have a look. Didn't Vernon put Donna in charge of the trust instead of Priscilla? No. Donna... No, I don't... No. Donna was never involved in... As far as I know, Donna was never involved financially with Elvis. Where did you get that from? I've never heard that before. Was it Pat that said that? I send you prayers and love, Mitchell. Obviously, I would be heartbroken to lose my twin brother, Andreas, who I absolutely worship him. I speak to him every day. We live very near to each other. We both have 6 kids. Oh, Mitchell, that is sad. That is sad. I'm sure he looks down on you with a big smile. Oh, why didn't Vernon do it? I was going to say, well, I'm no expert, Pat. Hi, Bella loves Elvis. Welcome to Team Elvis. But, I don't think Vernon was going to start passing everything on to all the family members. I think ultimately he wanted Lisa Marie's interests looked after. Isn't that what Vernon wanted? Oh, that's good, Bella. Welcome to Team Elvis. You ever been on any before? We meet up every day. Yeah, twin sister. What was her name, Mitchell? Let's honor your twin sister. Let's say her name. So, yeah, I mean, Elvis wanted Lisa Marie's interests. Right, Donna, Karen, I can see you. Send me a couple of comments I can read out. So, blonde card tool. Karen, give me info. All I know, when it concerns Vernon's wishes, Elvis's wishes, they wanted Lisa to make sure Lisa was looked after. That was the thing, wasn't it? Yeah? And what was I saying? Oh yes, blonde card tool. So I've been chatting with Karen and Donna, and they sent me a thing where blonde card tool was appointed by Vernon. Because Yeah, okay, I got that. Because Vernon was worried about all the finances. It felt like money was disappearing everywhere. Thanks, Bella, thank you. And me dog, don't forget Ella. Ella, come on. So, we're doing our daily walk with Ella, guys. So Karen just said to me, Vernon could never have predicted what was gonna happen. Yeah, Karen has just said they had to trust Priscilla was gonna do the right things for Lisa Marie. They were wrong, but I get it. She was the mum. Priscilla was the mum. They didn't have that many other choices. Don't forget, I've always said it, Priscilla had a lien on Graceland, a debt on Graceland, okay? So, that gave her leverage. The biggest power that Priscilla had was the fact that she was Lisa Marie's mum. So you would automatically trust the mum, wouldn't you? You'd think Priscilla, Bulow, Presley, whatever you want to call her, would do right by her daughter Lisa Marie. Yeah, we do. Anna, we do have a bit of sun today. It's quite nice. Look at the weather. It's lovely. Now, so many things have gone on since then, where we the fans and the family, you know, and the Presleys. Yeah, so Karen has just said no other people were considered as trustees. There we are. From the horse's mouth. Thank you, Karen. Karen is Donna Presley's assistant, by the way, guys. Bella, yeah, I get on well with Adam and Marie. I hope they said nice things. Bella, did they, I hope they spoke fondly of me. I really do like Adam and Marie. They're lovely. They're lovely. We do have a bit of a giggle. We disagree on a few things, Bella, you know. But I still love them. I think they're great. They crack me up. Adam is hilarious, isn't he? Marie's a very strong-minded lady. Well, I always remember once they showed me, they had a live video, like a live on their phone. They filmed Priscilla on an open-top bus. It was like some kind of show concerning, I think it was a museum, I think. They were celebrating some kind of museum. Oh yeah, Bella, I love them. If you ever speak to them, say hello. But I do message Adam privately. Me and Adam do chat sometimes. I know he watches my show, doesn't he, Bella? Adam watches Defending Elvis. So, yeah. So as Karen was saying, you know, Vernon was in a difficult place. He knew he was going to die. He knew his heart was bad. He could barely breathe. Obviously, Donna Presley was working alongside him in the office that faced the meditation garden. And how many choices did he have? He wanted Lisa Marie's interest looked out for, so he sort of didn't have much of a choice, did he? It was like she was the mum and she had a massive debt on Graceland's. So I don't really see what else he could have done, to be honest with you. Vernon knew that Elvis did not want Priscilla on the will. He knew it, but he was between a rock and a hard place, and time was running out. So imagine if it could have been different, couldn't it? Take care, Tammy. It could have been different, though, couldn't it? If he had chose other people, I suppose things would have been different, wouldn't they? My biggest heartbreak, oh look, we're going to save a worm. Let's save a worm. See the worm? We're going to pick up the worm and we're going to put it in the mud. I always save worms, guys. Louis the worm saver. I always feel sorry for them because if you leave them on the pavement, they're going to dry out and go rock hard. if you put them in the mud, they just crawl into the mud. Then they get married and have thousands of children. Yeah, so there we are. Okay, I'm getting messages from Karen, okay, about Donna Presley. So Vernon spoke directly to Donna Presley. Don't forget, Donna Presley is Vernon's brother's daughter. My hair, sorry, Vernon's sister's daughter, Nash. Yeah, so Priscilla is Lisa's mother. We must look after Lisa. Yes, right, okay. So Vernon, I'm getting this. Sorry, I've got hair in my eyes. So I'm getting this. So Karen is telling me that, of course, Lisa had to be looked after, and to look after her, that Vernon felt that that was the only thing he could do, was to appoint Lisa's mum. To be honest with you, I don't see Elvis handing control, nor Vernon handing control to cousins. I just don't see that. I think the obvious thing, whether it be the Smiths or the Presleys, the obvious thing is he wanted Lisa Marie. Isn't that ultimately what Elvis wanted? Of course, he absolutely adored Dodger, Minnie May and Aunt Delta. But ultimately, it was always about Lisa Marie, the most important person in his life, yeah? So, I can see Elvis leaving bits of money for relatives. Of course, Elvis loved all his family. But the actual control, the ownership, the trust. Hi, Sergeant. The trust, come on, it was always going to go for Lisa. Lisa was the direct heir. So, and the person that he cared about the most. So, I think he'd be in shock to know how things turned out. I keep saying it, guys. The selling off 85% of Graceland just shouldn't have happened. Of EPE, just shouldn't have happened. I don't agree with it. I know people try to blame Lisa Marie, but I don't think so. I think there's much more to it. I think a lot of things went on behind the scenes before it was all agreed to sell 85% of EPE to the Robert Silliman, the billionaire, and to rent Gracelands to EPE and Robert Silliman around 2005. The whole thing just shouldn't have happened. Yeah, that's the other thing. Yes, Karen's reminding me of stuff. So when Priscilla was appointed as co-trustee, it was supposed to be just until she was 25, and then Priscilla was going to drop away. It just didn't happen, did it? This is the other big thing. Yeah, she was more going to be a caretaker, just looking after things for Lisa Marie until she turned 25, and then Lisa Marie would fully take over and Priscilla would drop away and have nothing to do with it. But that never happened. It's pretty obvious, but that Priscilla was never going to let the age 25 thing control passing over to Lisa. Age 25, Priscilla was never going to allow it to happen properly, not fully. Priscilla still wanted to be the Queen of Graceland. We know this. Everything I say is for entertainment purposes, not a fact, just opinion sharing, discussion, YouTube channel. Nothing I say is fact. There is my disclaimer. So, it is what it is, guys. Yeah, I completely understand that Vernon felt he may be able to trust Priscilla. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. Once Priscilla is heavily involved, and the museum is up and running. It was not her idea. She did not save Gracelands. It wasn't her idea to do the museum. It was never going to be broken up and sold off. I don't believe they were going bankrupt. Honestly, I don't believe any of it. Just an opinion for entertainment purposes. Once Priscilla was heavily involved, I'm sure she made some decisions early on at first within Elvis Presley Enterprises that financially boosted income at first. Yeah, you do. Vernon would have expected Priscilla to look after her daughter, put her daughter's interests first. Unfortunately, it does feel like Priscilla put her own interests first, doesn't it? Yeah. So, just an opinion, not a fact. It's very unusual for a mother to put herself before her own daughter. It's very unusual. So, yeah. Guys, there's so much we could say, isn't there? So, anyway, concerning the movies. So I've decided to, one by one, do alternative reviews of the movies. I'm not going to do your standard reviews where it's just what the movie was about, Elvis's movies, yeah? What the movie was about, the storyline, the plot, the actors, where they were filmed, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to do alternative. Hi Kate, how are you? I'm going to do alternative reviews where I'm going to look at where was Elvis in his life. Right, the phone was ringing. If you've lost me on audio, we're going to have to stop and come back to a part 2. Yeah, I thought so. If someone phones, is there still no audio? Let me know, guys. I might have to come back for part 2. Let's just wait a bit. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. So you can hear. Donna, can you hear? Okay. If my wife rings, it kills the audio. Receiving. Donna is receiving. So just on the move, I want to do. Oh, thanks, Kate. I want to do alternative movie reviews where we are discussing where Elvis was, what his mindset was at the time of agreeing to do the movie. Thanks, Mitchell. Because I think each movie tells its own story where Elvis was in his life. So you've got the original Love Me Tender, yeah? So he's taking his acting very seriously, yeah? Learns everyone's lines. We hear he had a bit of a crush on his co-star. What was her name again? Tell me her name. His co-star in Love Me Tender. Is it is it Deborah Lee? Is that it? He had a bit of a crush on her. She had a crush on him, but she had very strict guardians, didn't she? Deborah Paget, is it? That's it. They had a bit of a thing for each other, didn't they? But there was never any romance because her guardians were very strict. It's even said that Priscilla tried to do her hair like her. It mentions it in the book Child Bride, that Priscilla copied Deborah Paget's hair to try and win Elvis over on that first meeting. He was Howard Hughes' girlfriend. So Deborah went out of Howard Hughes, is that right? Yeah, Elvis was smitten with her. I don't blame him, she was gorgeous. Hi Tony, thanks for your gifts. Tony sent me a book of Elvis's sayings and a little R key ring for my 17-year-old son Rio. So anyway, my alternative movie reviews. Yeah, I want to see where Elvis was in his life at the time of filming of each film. So the review we did today, the GI Blues review, we were discussing how Elvis felt coming out of the army, doing the Frank Sinatra show, making a few albums with RCA Victor, on the train journey. The train journey, I think was the train journey to Miami? Is that it? Where he joins Frank on the Frank Welcome Home Elvis show. So today's review was very much discussing where Elvis was in his mind. He was worried about the future. He had serious ambitions concerning his acting. Yeah? So Love Me Tender, he was very green, very new. So then we've got, is it Jailhouse Rock came second. So he was a bit of a bad boy, wasn't he? So, you know, when I do that review, we'll discuss where he was, what his mindset was like. We'll look into where the filming was done, any details behind the filming, who the co-stars were, you know, the directors, etc. We'll get a feel for where Elvis's mindset was when he was filming Jailhouse Rock. I love Jailhouse Rock, it's one of my favourite, okay? Oh, was it Loving You second? Okay, thank you, Mitchell, I'm learning. I mean, I love Loving You, it's free on YouTube as well. Me and the kids watch Loving You. It's actually one of my favourite films, Loving You. So what we're going to do when we do each review, we will just try and understand Elvis. You know, wasn't Gladys in Loving You? Didn't she sit in the audience when Elvis had the fight? She was there, wasn't she, clapping away, Gladys. Is that right, guys? So Jailhouse Rock was the third. Okay, got it. So when I do each review, I'm going to try and understand. Obviously, I need to research it, look it up, find out everything. Where Elvis was. I think Elvis changes a little bit in each of his movies. So then eventually we get to King Creole. Now remember, King Creole was interrupted by Elvis being drafted. Yeah, because we all know Elvis signed for the draft. Eventually was drafted. Yeah, that's it, in Loving You, there we are. Yeah, that's... So, well, that had a psychological effect on him because he's obviously been serving for his country, the US Army, for 2 years. So, we just, you know, so King Creole, we did that yesterday, okay? So today we did GI Blues. I love GI Blues, but I really do believe, yeah, I think the music in King Creole and GI Blues was amazing, yeah. But even Loving You, I like the songs in Loving You. So, but then we've got the psychological effect that Elvis had filming King Creole, because he knew he had to go back and serve for his country for 2 years. He knew he was going to be taken out of the world, you know, as a superstar for 2 years. So, you know, it's very interesting. I think every movie that Elvis did, you can see a different Elvis. Yeah? Someone tell me, what was the movie after... What was the movie that was done after GI Blues? Remind me, guys. Educate me. Educate me, guys. I think each movie tells a different story about Elvis. You see a different Elvis in each movie. You know, obviously when Elvis comes out of the army, he has a much more serious approach to his singing. Yeah, Elvis in the 50s was your typical rebellious rock and roller, you know. Didn't we all go through that phase? Us men, we all go through our rock and roll rebellious phase, don't we, guys? Black leather jacket, white t-shirt, blue jeans. Or I had a denim jacket, a white t-shirt and some blue jeans. You know, we have that, you know, that James Dean, Marlon Brando phase of our lives. Don't we all have that? Elvis was going through that in the 50s. Obviously, well, he basically invented it to a certain degree, didn't he? Rock and roll in his own way. So was wild in the country after GI Blues? Tell me, guys. So what we'll do, we'll go through the movies one at a time. We'll try and relook at Elvis and his life at the time of filming. Yeah, but I love jeans, Cheryl. Don't forget, I love James Dean as well. James Dean loved his jeans. And I had a red jacket just like James Dean. I'm sure Elvis had jeans on in Loving You. Cheryl, I'm sure Elvis had blue jeans on in Loving You. So it was Flaming Star, was it? Okay. So we're going to have to review that as well. So bit by bit, we are going to review every film, bit by bit. So, come on. Sorry. Follow you, Mitchell. Do you think it was Follow That Dream? So I'm just sorting the dog out. Yeah, he had blue jeans on in Loving You, didn't he? Because I just remember the singing scene near the beginning. Right. Right, so we've only got... Oh my God, I've got to run. I've only got a couple of minutes left, guys. Got to go and get the kids from school. We'll quickly walk up my road, and I'm going to have to quickly say goodbye. So Flaming Star was amazing. So Wild in the Country, some of the best acting. Hi, thanks, Tony. Blue Hawaii, Follow That Dream. Yeah, now I know that Blue Hawaii was one of the biggest earners, wasn't it? And I read somewhere that Blue Hawaii had one of the most expensive budgets of all the films that Elvis made, but it also was very profitable. Dum, da-da. Sorry, Cheryl, I tried to read that. Wild in the Country was some good acting. Yeah. Come on, we all know if Elvis was given the right movie roles, he would have been fantastic. Yeah, Blue Hawaii is a cool film, come on. I like all the films. They might be a few bits at the door. Okay, Tony, I'm nearly home now. Yep, Elvis holidayed and loved Hawaii. I'd love to go to Hawaii, wouldn't you? Seriously, I would love to go to Hawaii. My thing is, I don't like flying. Oh, don't worry about spelling. Come on. Okay, guys, we're walking up my road now. We're back home. I hope I'm not late for the kids. What time is it? Tell me the time, guys. I've got to be there by 3:05. 3:05 British time. What time is it where you are, guys? Let me know what countries you're in. So we've been walking 32 minutes. Yeah, all right, that's good. So it's 2:52. Yeah, that's all right. The school is literally 1 minute from here. That's all right. We had a good walk. So I do intend to do another live or another video. I'm going to try and do one on the keto channel. Who knows? I want to discuss the diet as well. 9:52 where you are, Mitchell. So here it's 2:52. I've just been told. The kids finish at 3, but in Rhode Island where Tony is, 9:52. The weather in England is lovely. Look at it. Beautiful weather. Slightly breezy, but lovely. You know, for December. The kids break up. Next week is the kids' last week at school. My wife finishes work this Friday. So my wife has only got a couple of days of work left. And she needs a rest as well. My wife needs a rest. She does. She told me. She needs a rest. Aurora is my wife, by the way. Hi C1C. How are you going, my friend? 3:53 in Germany. Okay, guys, so I'm home. Mitchell, have you seen my classic car? You want to see my classic camper van? You know that, in case you don't know, I restore classic vehicles. I restore classic vehicles. I've been doing it for decades. This is a 1967 67. Want to see inside? There we go. Look at that, guys. She's a beauty. So I did a lot of work on this. I even rebuilt the engine. I rebuilt all the brakes. Of course, I also like The Who. Let's have a look. Specialised in automatic transmissions for years. All right, yeah, I always do most of my repairs on cars. So if my kids' cars break down, I do try and fix them. In fact, this morning I was working on my son's Volkswagen Polo. Look at that. It's got a bit of an Elvis feel to it, hasn't it? a 1967 split screen. And I am going to drive it to collect my kids from school. And it does turn into a bed. So this bit here turns into a bed. You get a middle section and you can sleep in there. We take it camping, and underneath here there's a cooker. There's a cooker underneath it. And it drives beautiful. I fully rebuilt the engine, everything. They're quite simple to do, but it does take about a week. It took me a week to rebuild it. So that's it. I love her. Lenny. She's called Lenny. She's called Lenny. And of course, we have, of course, that's it. Of course, we got TB on her. But I do like The Who. Roger Daltrey and The Who. I love them. I'm a fan of The Who, yeah? So, TCB. And she is called Lenny. I've slept in her quite a few times. Look, TCB, guys. It wouldn't be the same without TCB on it. And one more TCB. And then that's the inside. I love the interior, but they're very expensive, guys. It cost me a fortune. Lenny and Louie, 25 grand that cost me. Don't tell my wife. Okay, guys, I've got to go. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you all later. I'm going to come back with a different topic. So love you all, guys. Take care.